Hi everyone, Danny here with Ground State Tarot, coming to you with the Lunar New Year Fire Horse main energy for 2026 for ENTP debaters based on the 16 personalities test, which I will include a link to when I post the video. And just to give you a little background on the fire horse energy itself, so that you have that in mind when I read your specific energy. The fire horse year is about integrating the fire, passion, action, boldness of fire and the independence, momentum, direction of horse energy without giving in to impulsivity, erratic, chaotic, aggressive behavior. That's what we have to keep our eyes on. But definitely, if last year was a little bit stagnant, a little bit like walking through molasses, this year there's definitely going to be a sense of, and you can kind of already feel it in certain corners, if you're paying attention, you can sense that there's a little bit more rocket fuel propelling your actions, goals, thoughts already as we get further into the year. So without further ado, the first card that I will be looking at will describe your optimal energy. Second card will be your suboptimal energy. Third card is the point of stagnation. Fourth is the way through. The fifth card will be the advice for assertive types, and the sixth card will be the advice for turbulent types. And so we begin the year for ENTP debaters with, interestingly enough, and this is the power of counterintuitive angles, the Ten of Wands typically is the card of carrying a heavy burden, having a heavy load on your back, being almost burnt out, like damn near burnt out, but also being very close to the end of that which is causing the burden, the heaviness, the fatigue. It's really being at the end of it. And so it does imply being attached to something that requires some kind of completion or seeing things through. So when this shows up in the optimal energy for this year, combined with the way that I see the message coming through, it's telling me that this year it behooves you to put an end to any stagnant energy, put an end to any sort of hesitation, and regenerate your creative energy. But first of all, by choosing to lean into creativity this year, and that requires a commitment of sorts. That requires you being willing to choose a specific area where you feel you really want to explore your ability to create, no matter what the effort will require. If it's something that requires you give it a certain amount of dedication throughout the week, throughout the month, it's something that it behooves you to lean into, because I do see coming together almost like a Polaroid picture what could happen if you allow yourself to break through, again, any stagnation and allow yourself to feel a sense of spark, catalytic energy to really play your own song in a way and lean into this sense of creativity for the sense of creativity's sake, because at the end of the day, often we end up finding our sense of larger purpose coming through when we're in this exploratory, experimental, creative, lighthearted, joyous, adventurous energy. together with the dancing, which I'll get into later. I love this deck. Your suboptimal energy is, again, if this is a card of taking on a heavy load, this is the card in this category, suboptimal, of refusing to tap into your ability to generate the life that you really dream of, to create, to birth the life that you really dream of. This is the Empress. This is the Divine Feminine. This is the nurturing, birthing, creative, generative energy, sustained energy from the tarot that really ushers in success and abundance and wealth. It can be about your body. It can be about your physical life, your relationships, your sensuality, your ability to nurture the things that are important to you, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's with your friends, that sort of thing. But getting stuck in the idea that you are not able to create, and therefore not believing that you have it in you to take on things, to commit to things, because you don't believe that you ultimately have the power to generate, to create, that's your suboptimal energy. Your point of stagnation with the Chariot. The Chariot, if this is the womb, think of this as the impregnator, let's call it, because this is really an action-oriented energy that is very surgically focused and driven and penetrative. Yes, let's say that, but it's in a sense of to triumph, and in this context, to bring about life, to bring the things that you're gestating, that you're incubating, to actual fruition in the 3D world. Your point of stagnation is not having that focus, not having that drive, not having that impulse to take action, and staying stuck in this inability to integrate your energy, focus your energy enough to commit to the long haul. That requires you integrating your shadow and your light to bring them together, focus them in, because the way through here with the Eight of Pentacles is this is a card of mastery. This is a card of high standards. This is a card of becoming an expert. So again, we're being nudged to go ahead and launch that project, launch getting back into shape, launch trying to get that promotion, launch trying to get into a relationship, find the right person. All of that requires a degree of creativity, a degree of stepping into your own sense of authenticity, and genuine sense of firing on all cylinders when it comes to bringing about, manifesting, ushering in the life that you want. The advice for the assertive types is to master your ability to usher in this safety, this abundance in a sustained way, in a way that is nurturing, and not just in a way that is nurturing internally, sort of intimately, but with it being a king and that masculine energy, not gender, just energetically so. It's telling me that it's externally expressed. So you really get to tap into both of these internally nurturing, motherly energy, but also ability to lead, protect, provide for your brood, so to speak, and master this sovereignty in a sustained way by committing to it, knowing that this will indeed be the outcome if you commit to playing to the beat of your own drum, okay? And with the Queen of Cups for the turbulent types as your advice, it's telling me that you actually will be able to trust yourself to get to this place of commitment to take on this maybe heavier load, maybe a bigger goal than you have in the past, but knowing that it's worth it if you can manage to calm your nervous system down, to bring your thoughts and your emotions to a place of cool, calm, emotional intelligence, being very sovereign in your ability to control your emotions. And then also, again, this idea of nurturing comes through again, being able to nurture yourself and others. And from that place, take on this new project, this new responsibility, this new thing that you want to birth and create with focus, intention, because you'll be able to master it from a place, again, of emotional sovereignty. And finally, with dancing from the Peanuts deck, let's see what it has to say. Dancing, 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 73. If there's one thing we learn from our friends, it's to always dance your heart out. You can jump up and down, shuffle your feet, bob your head. Your moves are classic and can be recreated for decades to come. Nothing celebrates life's joys like dancing, whether it's a happy dance from a party invite or a way to procrastinate starting your seasonal play. It really makes our hearts sing. Bonus points if your friends are the ones playing the live music. Nothing makes us want to groove like Schroeder on the piano and Pigpen on the bass. So this idea of, the piano, it's really, really driving home, again, being comfortable of committing to what brings you to life, the things that make you feel at one with this powerful, bigger than yourself energy, where a third thing emerges, that created thing, whether it's music, whether it's an actual baby, right? Like someone might be getting pregnant actually. Yeah, that's actually coming through right now. So some of you, specifically women, obviously, some of you might be trying to get pregnant or figuring out if that's what you want to do, whether or not you have the right partner. If you want to get deeper, you have to hit me up for a more personal reading. But anyway, that's where we're at with ENTP debaters. So again, just to wrap it up, this year it does benefit you to commit to this idea of creating something new, birthing something new, knowing that you have it in you because you have integration at your fingertips, accessible to you. You just have to believe in yourself and stay connected to your inner child, so that when things get heavy, you remember ultimately you are an empress able to generate and create the life that you wish.